Hey everybody, what's going on? Bahroo here, back inside of Borderlands 2 to bring you all my legendary guide for the Borderlands 2. As you may know, the Handsome Edition is going to be coming out, and a lot of new players will be picking up the game. And I don't really have a legendary guide series for Borderlands 2 on my channel, so I figured it's time to fix that. Now, I know there's a lot of different videos out on YouTube, but this game has been patched quite a bit since its beginning, so let's go ahead and redo these guides. And we're going to be starting off with the Hornet. The Hornet is the first legendary that you will encounter inside of the Borderlands, and I'm probably going to go and take these on in the order that you would naturally find them, unless people want to see a specific legendary in general. But we're going to be starting off with the Hornet, which is a always corrosive Dahl pistol, and one of the best corrosive pistols in the game. The only reason that this pistol gets beaten out is just because its lack of other elements. But you can get this item inside of Wind Shear Waste, which is the very first zone that you actually start the game in, and this item will come from Knuckle Dragger. Now, when farming this guy, you got to remember that he has a 3% chance of dropping his legendary, and because he shares nothing else with it like heads or skins, if you do end up getting the legendary, then it will, actually end up dropping for you. You don't have to worry about it getting eaten by, a head drop or anything like that. So that is going to be where you can find it and what exactly this thing does. Now, let's go ahead and go up into prefixes and things like that. And I'm sure people are going to ask, you're going to want a Dahl grip when looking for Hornets. Now, let's go ahead and go over prefixes. First up, we've got the Tactical, which is an increase to your stability, which is going to prevent, the massive recoil and things like that. Next up is going to be React, which is going to have higher fire rate. Now, we're going to take a look at Floated, which gives you an increased accuracy, which is good at long ranges. Loaded is going to have a very significant increase to your magazine size, as loaded might imply. Next, we've got the Twin Hornet, and Twin is special to pistols in that it allows you to shoot 2 bullets instead of 1, as you can see, that extra bullet in there. And then finally, we have Neutralizing. And Neutralizing is going to give you extra damage. Now, I lied, there's actually one more prefix in there, and that's going to be Close Quarters, which gives you 50% increased melee, which I really wouldn't recommend getting at all. You would almost be better going off with accuracy or stability rather than picking up Close Quarters, because the Hornet is not used for melee. You really shouldn't do that, but it can spawn with that prefix. Now, the thing about legendaries is that they will always spawn with a prefix. Not every gun will end up having one, however, legendaries will always have a prefix on top of them. And as you can see here, I'm not using a B, and I'm on Overpower 8, and it is ripping through these loaders relatively quickly. So Hornet is one of the best corrosive pistols in the game. So that is going to be where you can get it, and all the different prefixes that are going to end up coming from this. Now, I mentioned that you're going to want to have a Dahl grip. Now, why is this important? Because when you match the manufacturer to the grip, for example, this is a Dahl pistol. If you put a Dahl grip on it, you're going to have increased reload speed and increased magazine size. So you're going to want to make sure you put that on there. In addition, if you plan on using the B with the Hornet, make sure you do not use a twin. There is a very important reason for this, and that is because if you use a Twin Hornet and a B, your amp will actually be cut in half. In addition, if you do use a B with this, keep in mind that the splash will get the amp bonus. So it will not only hit on the main bullet, but the splash effect as well. So that is going to allow you to get almost double amp from a non-double pistol. So that is why the Hornet really can shine with the B. Now, you may notice that it's taking a very long time to kill these super badasses, and that's because it's on 4-player difficulty. Because when you walk by Hyperius' area, it decides to make the game harder because you decided to do that. But anyway, that is going to be the Hornet. That's pretty much all you need to know about the Hornet. In terms of what has changed since its launch, this thing got a little bit of a buff from the $100,000 loot hunt, increasing its shot count by 1 and slightly increasing its magazine size, which definitely increases its DPS, or damage per second, for those who don't know what DPS stands for, as I will be using that a lot in this series. Now, I'm going to try and do my best to make sure I have a video out every day, because there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of legendaries inside of Borderlands 2, and we might end up going over to unique items and Seraph items as well. If you want to see that, leave a like on the video, and I'll try and get to as much of it as possible. And I know you're going to say, Bahroo, you said that you're going to do daily videos all the time. I know. I'm going to. I swears it. I absolutely swears it. And I will be keeping this series going, even though I will be doing a little bit of Destiny as well. I'm going to be doing a bunch of different stuff, but keep in mind, I am a Borderlands fan. I'm going to try and make sure that I want to have a bunch of different variety content and some Borderlands content, but I'm going on a tangent now. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for future videos. Thank you all for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.